Hello out there YouTube, and welcome to another one of my awesome videos. Today we're playing some Black Ops 2 Die Rise, and we are going to show you how to do the Easter egg. This is going to be Richthofen inside of the Easter egg. As you may know, there are two sides. And here we get our first quote from Maxis, who will actually tell us our step. So this Easter egg is going to involve, going around the map, completing different steps and challenges. So you're definitely going to need the power on. First of all, it helps for the perks, but you need the elevators and stuff. So we're going to head this way instead to also turn on the power. Plus, with the new update, they got the showers, so you can get points from the showers like you can in the bank in transit, which is definitely very useful. So we want to utilize that by going this way now instead of going to the PDW and that way and build the trampoline first. So you want to come in here and you want to turn on the power like so. That is definitely a step 0. I don't really want to consider that a step, but that's Richthofen is talking.
My power to manipulate these forces is fragile. That is why I need your help.
Alright, so we gotta build this liquefier here, and this step is going to be it's another step 0, and you're gonna need that for one of the steps for Richthofen side of the Easter egg. But here's the actual first step of the Easter egg. Now there's these elevators throughout the map, and what you're gonna need to do is you need to find all these symbols, these little Chinese tile things that are on the elevators, and we all need to be standing on those at the same time. Here's the first one. It's in the Bowie knife elevator right here on the rooftop. It's next to the power if you're down below. There's 2 elevators on this building and 2 elevators on the spawn building that you need to be standing on. This one is this one down the ramp here. Yep, it's actually down at the bottom by the R870 at the moment, as you can see right there. But you can get to it without opening up any doors if you go down through the R870 area. Or from the rooftop, it is by the MP5 on the wall. So this elevator over here by the ramp, that's the one that you're going to want to be standing on. We need all 4 players to be standing on these tiles at the same time in order to activate the first step. Third one here is where we have speed coal. Normally it's Who's Who or something. It's in the PDW room. It's the elevator that only moves up twice. And the one next to the PDW that's always quick revive. That elevator has a symbol too. Yeah, so these are where all the symbols are. Here's me doing the speed cola one. See, there's the other elevator over there. We're all trying to get onto them. You need to get off them so it doesn't smush you when it goes up to the top. This one might be the hardest, then maybe the quick revive one. But you all need to be standing on these at the same time, and this is what you get when it happens.
Yes! The energy fields are growing, but further manipulation is needed before they achieve.
In the background you could hear that he said order that trial and error can... Maxis was talking about the next step. Oh, there goes John falling off. But you also are going to need to build the trampoline for later steps, so might as well do that while you're in this area. Alright, step 2, stand on these Chinese symbols in the correct order. That one right there, that was right above the AK-74U. I didn't have much footage of it, so, like of that area. So just remember it's there. The second one is right here next to the tower and the Semtex grenades. You have to step on these, in fact, in the correct order, and then they light up. We'll show you how that works right after I show you all the locations. Now we're heading back over to the spawn building, right here next to the M14 and the quick revive thing, right next to the spawn door, which is right there. That room is where you spawn. You open that up. And there's that elevator that has the lit symbol, because we already did that. That one right there, that symbol on the ground, is one of the symbols that you have to step on in the correct order. And the last one is also in this building. You go down here, you open up the door to the SVU room, or you can drop down from the spawn. And you go into this side, past the teddy bear. You go back into the food court, into this cafeteria, and it's right there on the ground, and that is the last symbol That they're in random order, and they're in random order for the game, so you're gonna have to do trial and error to figure it out. So here's my perspective. I just jumped from the Buddha room over here, and you could hear Richthofen count. I'm Samuel, so you can hear Richthofen, and you can hear him count. See, every time somebody steps on a symbol, so you know when they actually light up. But if you step in the wrong order, they actually turn off, and you have to do it again. So we're gonna see that happen right there, and I realized, okay, mine's the first one. Trent, T-Dog on the roof of this building hit the second one, and then Alex was hitting the other two in the spawn room, and he hit the other one, not the right one, and it turned him off. So it's kind of like the Shangri-La stones, if you know what I mean, from that Easter egg. First step of that. And here I am getting some points from the shower. If you guys didn't know this, this is the bank. For Die Rise, they added a bank in Die Rise, which is very useful for the Easter egg, even though I thought that this map really kind of didn't really need a bank, but it definitely helps that you can deposit your points later. It's not really in a convenient position, but anyway, here's what happens when they're all lit. Well, Richthofen said something stupid. And you're probably going to hear fireworks going off in the background because Alex actually did the next step right after.
Look to the dragon. The energy flows. Oh, how it flows on my face.
Alright, so here's actually, from Alex's perspective, there's his last thing. He opens up the spawn room. You got to shoot the dragon's orbs with a sniper rifle. And this is what he's doing here. Maxis is talking about these balls of steel, and when you shoot these, it actually places them where that poof of smoke was, underneath these lions' paws in the spawn, and they are right. Oh, look at that zombie. I must be in like a edit camera or something. Yeah, see the balls underneath the lion's paws? That's what we wanted. We need that to be there. So this is where you actually branch off. If you want to do... Oops.
The sphere has relocated. Now, one more.
Yeah, see, so the sphere has been relocated. So this is where you need to split off. If you do Maxis, you have to pick up the balls. If you do Richthofen, you have to make the balls slippery. And this is where the Sliquifier comes in. Oh, this is such a pointless step, but you know, whatever. Hit the balls a whole bunch of times with the Sliquifier. You pretty much use 2 clips on each. So you need to make sure you have a max ammo. You're probably going to drain the Sliquifier. And you can hear Maxis is getting pretty upset now that you're not listening to him, because now it's impossible to pick up the balls because they're slippery. So now you must progress with Richthofens. You cannot do Maxis in this game anymore. It's not possible. And there you go. And you can hear the fireworks going off in the background, because every time you do stuff...
Now, the real fun can begin.
Richthofen's talking again.
The spire! It needs the energy of the undead! We must find a way to make our blood sacrifice!
This is how you make a blood sacrifice.
Machine can automate the undead.
So there's these zombie symbols. I don't know if you saw that one, but there was another symbol that looked like a zombie sitting on the ground right there next to that other tile. And you basically put the trample steam on it, and you face it towards the tower, and you run a tons of zombies into it.
Keep going!
You can see more symbols on the ground there. There's one in that location right in front of where John is standing, where he's putting it down, and then right where Trent's standing. And you can see it kind of locks onto the symbol when you do it, so you know when you hit it right. It'll like kind of like pop to it. And you just need to fling a certain number of zombies. Not every trample steam has to fling zombies, because as soon as I put my down, the step ended. But the round before, Alex launched a whole bunch of zombies from the spawn building. But look, as soon as I put it down, the next step happens with the fireworks. So you just need to hit like 10 zombies, 15 zombies into the tower. You don't all have to do it, but you all have to have a trample steam down in order for the next step to work. But we're on to the past the 5th step and on to the 6th and final step of this Easter egg. And that involves, you need to find these Mahjong tiles to find the directions on the tower that you need to galvanize with the galvanizers. So there's the first tile. The Mahjong tiles are kind of hard to explain. So you're probably going to have to look it up, but it's basically like direction tiles and number tiles, and their colors correspond with each one. So all these spots are locations where they could be. This one is in the upside down house area on the couch right next to the mystery box. Right down from that, there's the broken elevator shaft. This can be on the ground here. Yeah, that one's hard to find. It was not there either. Here next to the teddy bear in the Buddha room, by the window over here. When you go up, you go to the right. There's one right down there. You know, all the locations that I saw, you know, before it faded away with the circle. These are all. And then this one right here in this kitchen on the shelves normally is where you would find this last one that we, oh wait, and then there's this one also. This one was kind of hard for me to see too. So we ended up getting Alex down here with his SVU, and you know, that's actually an east tile and it's green. So if we found another green number tile, and then we know that, like, say that green tile was 3, then we would know we'd have to hit the east tile third. So anyway, this is north right here. This is the west side, and Alex starting on the south side. North is facing the other building, and we're hitting them in their correct order. So that our correct order was south, west, east, north. And when you galvanize them in the correct order, you get the sparks, and they fly to you, and the tower gets all super glowy and lightningy, and then you get all the perks. So again, here we are on the south side. Alex is hitting this first, and then he's going to hit the west side, and then the east side, and then the north side. And this is going to differ for your game. You're going to have to find the tiles to figure out which sides you got to hit first. The perks, you do get all the perks, except unlike the Moon Easter egg and Shangri-La Easter egg, these perks are not permanent. And we accidentally tested this out here when John wanted to fling over to this building with me and fell off the building. And there you go. You see the perks do fall, and they're away. And actually he landed on the building, but he wasn't able to revive himself with Who's Who and lost absolutely everything. So it's like basically falling off, and he did not keep his perks. Here's Trent going down normally. And he actually does get to revive himself. When you revive yourself with the Who's Who, you will get all of the other 5 perks back. But because you can only buy 4 perks, the 5th perk, it's not gonna, like, you can't, like, buy Who's Who back and do this again. But he will get the perks back for, like, one more attempt, basically. But then when he goes down after that, he won't drop into Who's Who and have the time to save all of his perks and stuff. But he does revive himself here, and as you can see, he does get 5 perks back. You know, it's the 6 minus Who's Who. Oh god, and look at that horrific aim. But yeah, so that was that's the Easter egg. It's actually quite simple compared to the transit ones. There's a little bit more steps, but it's a little bit easier to do. The Richthofen side is a little bit easier than the Maxis side on this. But in terms of perks, if you have a pretty good team, go right ahead, go for it. If you haven't done the Richthofen side already, because you can't do Richthofen once you already did it, you have to do Maxis to change the tower back to orange, so you can change it back to blue. It's just a big confusion. I don't really see this Easter egg being too useful. Nor these Easter eggs in this game have been very useful compared to the Shangri-La and Moon ones. But let me know what you guys think. Do this Easter egg. Leave a comment section below if you liked it. I hope this guide helps you. And I will see you guys later. We will hopefully be doing Transit and Buried when that comes out on PS3. We'll be doing those Easter eggs too. So expect some guides for those too. Alright, see you guys.